go to the next one. Custodian Investment released its auditing report to the market in the course of last week. The turnover grew by 14.23%, but there was a decline of 20.75% in the profit after tax and earning per share. However, considering the price of 7 naira 10 kobo, the P ratio is 4.15, earnings yield of 24.08%, profit margin 11.73%. I don't know, will you consider this a good report?
It's fair. If you ask me, they have declared the 40 kobo final dividend with their 10 kobo interim, making 50 kobo. But when you look at the result, you discover that there were things that happened and logged the middle line. The operating expenses grew by 17.4%. Their net fair value loss went up as high as 211%. Then the management expenses also grew by 40.4%. So because that's what happened within the middle line, that is why you see the drop in their bottom line. I think it was fair.
Malam, this kind of stocks, will you advise me, based on this report, to invest in a company or in a stock like Custodian? Though looking at the indicators here, the stock seems to be looking up.
Look, in an environment where we have many insurance companies trading at 20 kobo, 20 kobo, a lot of insurance quoted they are trading at 20 kobo, and this one is not trading at 1 naira, 7 naira.
7 naira.
So it's a leader.
Because they do so many other things aside from
well,
insurance.
they do so many other things, but the truth of the matter, it proved beyond reasonable doubt that if the others so wish, they can follow the suit. But you cannot be trading at 20 kobo, the other one is trading at 7 naira. There is no comparison. When you are talking of 2 kobo, 3 kobo, 5 kobo, everything.
So, Malam,
this one is telling you 50 kobo.
Should I invest in it
yes,
based on this result?
Invest in a
or
leader.
I should hold on?
No, let me tell you, a leader is a leader. They have demonstrated it. You cannot compare it with the rest. Yes, 7 naira can buy you a lot of the other insurance, but they pay you nothing. This one is paying you interim dividend of 10 kobo with final dividend of 40
and because
kobo.
their dividend alone is more,
than
is higher than the price of so many other insurance.
That is why it's a leader. And in any environment, try to be part of the leader.
Okay, we come to FBNH. All right, we have had a lot of information about them. HS Kusoko has been replaced. It was moved from the company secretary to go into commercial banking. We wait to see how he's going to be able to cope from the legal department. We have seen how that one or two people from the Otedola group has entered into the board of First Bank FBNH as we speak. The managing director, of course, the result that we are expecting now would still be the last set of activities put forth by Mr. UK. All right, we are not going to be seeing Okonkwo's performance until the first quarter result is released. But based on what we saw in the third quarter, that a decline in turnover of 2.80%, a decline in profit after tax, even against a COVID year, a lockdown year, right, 40.15%, an earning per share of 1 naira 14 kobo at the audited report, third quarter level rather. All right, then P ratio as at the time the result was released, because I just went to pull it out there. The price was 11 naira 55 kobo. It still hovers around 11.80, 11.90, 12 naira or thereabout. So we can still say plus or minus, the price remains within the same statistical level. Then earnings yield 9.84%, profit margin 9.55%. I know it does not qualify for the kind of equities that Aruna actually takes up in its portfolio. But let me put this question to you Aruna first. Can you take it up with this kind of?
The figures we have here look weak, and I'm afraid that maybe we can see a weaker statistic from Q4.
Malam, they said we have only 2 minutes. We have not even had time to do.
Me, I look different because I have not seen a single bank in the history of Nigeria that make a provision of 1 trillion. So it's just touching from the recovery. They can recover 200 billion, add it, and by the time they declare their profit will supersede every other bank because they have made a provision adequate enough to recover from there. Don't forget that a lot of provision they made from the oil. Now that the price of oil has bounced back, if they do some of the recovery and they mean business, I can tell you that First Bank can surpass every other bank in terms of turnover, I know in terms of the profitability because of the provision. Provision is not a total loss.
In
and
other
bank,
words,
even when they provide it, they don't write it up from you.
let me now
they
ask
pursue you to
one
death.
question. I know that we really don't have much time. All right, we've not been able to do market update and all those things. You go and read up all those on our website. Okay, Malam, let us assume that I invest in First Bank now, based on what you have just said, and incidentally, the result comes around, and the result is not positive. What will you advise me that I do?
Well, for me, if the result is not positive, they have to explain. Why
it is not explanation. Even if they explain, I put my money.
Look, let's
what about your portfolio?
I believe that they have made adequate provision, and those provisions are enough to start showing recovery. And if they do so, they will surprise the market, sustain it, and go beyond that. Don't forget, the investors that decided to take a stake there, they are not blind. No any investor just want to dash out his money. We have seen this stock traded as high as 16 naira in this market last year. Do you think they were fooled? They were not. They know what they were buying. So therefore, I advise the investor, don't be scared. Good or bad, hold your stock. Something can surprise you because they can declare interim dividend. Don't forget they have unauthorized shares. They can decide to give you bonus. And what will happen?
So what are you saying now? I should
what
buy
I'm saying that hold your stock. Wait for the result.
Okay.
Let us see.
Okay. Aruna, we couldn't do market update. Give me 1 or 2 stocks for this week.
We still have FCMB, Fidelity, and FITSE that we are awaiting there. Julius Baja.
Well, to me, I still believe for the performance. Access Bank is number 1. And you can go to the Lafarge because we have seen what they have declared. And the advertisement that they have not declared, have not marked down, take it. If you are looking for the penny stock, RT Briscoe is still not yet right up.